A newly launched digital bank wants to make investment opportunities within the reach of every Filipino while making online transactions easier. We talk about financial inclusion and more with GoTyme Bank co-CEO Abet Tinio. Abet, thank you so much for joining us. GoTyme Bank has what you call a phygital model. What is phygital?
Hey, thanks for having me, Rico. Phygital is a term we coined. No, it's a marriage of what we say digital enablement, and yet not losing a physical connection with our customers or with the market.
And where is your physical connection if you don't have the brick and mortar branches that go with the big banks?
Okay, so the physical connection that we're talking about starts with onboarding. By onboarding, we use a device or a kiosk, pretty much like a large ATM machine or a large mobile phone. It's a physical device where our customers or would-be users could approach and originate. Manned or partnered with that kiosk are what we call ambassadors. So that's one physical marriage between digital. Another is Robinson's cashiers can accept cash in and cash out, typical to deposit and withdrawal transactions that happen in a traditional brick and mortar bank. And then lastly, GoTyme users could pick up a phone, use email or use chat and reach a customer success advocate and escalate an issue or a concern. Another marriage between digital and physical.
And this is a partnership, Abet, of the Gokongwei Group and the South Africa and Singapore-based Time. What do you hope to achieve with this phygital model in terms of more Filipinos having access to affordable credit and insurance?
Well, for one thing, Rico, you start off with leveraging the ecosystem that the Gokongwei Group has. Let's take, for example, in particular, Robinson Supermarket. It's a very familiar place, very comfortable place where fellow Pinoys can visit, they spend time there, they eat, they relax. It's exactly in those places all across the country that we intend to reach them. Either using the kiosk as a means to open up their account. Once they've opened up their account, they can proceed quickly to Robinson's store cashier, cash in, and then quickly use their account. All within the confines of the mall or the supermarket. As they use their account, they earn points. 3 times the points inside a Robinson's retail outlet. Points that they can accumulate to use within the store later on, or should they choose to do so, a very unique feature would be redeem those points to cash at a future date.
Well, that's the advantage of having a digital bank and the synergies with the Robinson or with the Gokongwei conglomerate.
That's correct.
Data shows, Abet, less than 3% of Filipinos have access to affordable credit, insurance, and high-yield investments such as stock and equities. By how much will the phygital model improve financial inclusion?
Okay, I can't quote a number offhand, Rico, but to foster inclusion, you have to start with reach and access. You have to make it available to people, number one. Number two, it has to be simple and straightforward. It can't be too many caveats, too many conditions, so that it scares them off. Digital in and of itself, if you're not familiar with it, is already scary, diba? It seems cold. And banking transactions are also like that. So you have to make it simple, very intuitive to use. And Filipinos are already there. They're looking for things more than just payments, more than just peer-to-peer transfers. By making those transactions easier, I think we're going to see a steep rise in the use of digital.
But of course, despite creating these opportunities through Phygital, getting easier access to financial services, Abet, we still have generally unreliable internet access and the lack of digital skills.
That's true. That's true. Internet access, it's out of our control, no? But what we try to do using that kiosk, for one, no, is control things that we can control. You can onboard or create your account on a mobile phone. Unfortunately, not all mobile phones are created the same. They have different specs, different cameras, different capabilities. With the introduction of a kiosk, we're standardizing or making sure that internet access in an area where the kiosk is placed is good and stable, number one. Number two, lighting. Lighting, when you take a selfie, when you submit a document, is sufficient so that you get a good result capturing that particular document that becomes the basis of your account. And then secondly, an easy way to encode your data. And then lastly, with that kiosk, open that account quickly and then receive or redeem your ATM or debit card, all in the same space, all at the same time, in a matter of minutes.
All right. Apart from unreliable internet access and the lack of digital skills, our kababayans also fear cybersecurity issues. Abet, information being hacked and stolen. What assurance can you give depositors that their money is safe in a digital platform?
So number one, Rico, we are regulated by the central bank. One of the 6 that were given that license. No? So we have to comply and meet these BSP standards just so we could operate and deliver our services. Number one. Number two, as we collect all of this information, no? Take for example these kiosks. As we collect this information,
all right.
we process it in a secure manner, again in compliance with data privacy rules and so on and so on.
Okay.
But that said,
Abet,
we don't store this on the kiosk, so our would-be customers rest assured, no, their data doesn't stay there.
all right. Abet,
Once they originate, data is transmitted out of the kiosk, and we're good to go.
all right. Safe within the digital banking platform of GoTyme. Thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word, Co-CEO Abet Tinio of GoTyme Bank.